A barge slams into the Ludlow Bromley Yacht Club, devastating that popular spot along the river. Good afternoon. I'm Kelly Rippin.
And I'm Ashley Kirkland. We are getting a better look at the damage. This is what's left of the yacht club, where the yacht club once was. You can see a portion of the roof is in the water, along with tables, umbrellas, and other debris. Thankfully, no one was hurt.
Now, much of the yacht club was actually ripped away, pulled up river by that barge. You can see here multiple decks and structures floating alongside of the barge. We know at least 6 boats also damaged, and some of those boats have sunk.
Just a devastating scene there. This is still a very active situation at this hour.
And we have team coverage for you this afternoon. WLWT News 5's Brian Hamrick and Andrew Setters live this afternoon. And let's get started with Brian down there this afternoon. Brian.
Yeah, well, the Ludlow Bromley Yacht Club is gone. It is basically obliterated. The river is shut down right now, and it all happened after a barge was coming up the river and slammed into the yacht club. Let me show you where this happened. Now, this is where the yacht club basically used to be. It's coming up around the river. The barge was coming up around the river here, and no one is speculating at this point on what caused the crash, but for some reason it didn't make the turn and slammed into the floating restaurant and the docks. Now, parts of the facility are strewn all over the river. Some are on the riverbank, some are with the barge, some are sinking right now, and then there's another tangled mess that's part of the restaurant and the boats. They're wound up together with the tow. Now, we're told there are at least 3 boats on the bottom of the river. They were found by sonar, and we talked to a number of boat owners down here, and they've come down to check their boats to see if the boat's still floating. It turns out this is not the first time this place was hit by a barge, but never like this.
Well, I got a 42-foot Chris Craft Commander, and got a call this morning that a barge had hit the yacht club again, you know, and...
This isn't the first time?
No, it's happened. You know, but
this got to be the worst, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. It just destroyed the place.
Yeah, now the one fortunate thing about this, there were no injuries here, and we're told that the staff, the crew here, was about to show up about 45 minutes into this. Had they been on this would have been a whole different story, because it would have been very difficult to get out of there or to realize that there was a problem until it was too late. So very fortunate, no one injured in this. Reporting live, Brian Hamrick, WLWT News 5.
And Brian, again, yes, glad to hear that no one was hurt, but the Ludlow Bromley Yacht Club is known to people on both sides of the river into Indiana. This is a very popular spot. Are you seeing some folks that have come down just to kind of see this damage firsthand?
Yeah, we've seen a lot of people, mostly people who work here or live in the area here or work at the yacht club. A lot of boat owners have been down here. If you take a look down here, you can see that there are people down here. A lot of rescue crews are still out here. Now, I'm told that they are hoping to get started on the cleanup as soon as today. They got to try and clear the debris out of the river so they can try and get this opened up for the river traffic out here. Now, the Coast Guard is investigating this along with Kentucky Fish and Wildlife. They're trying to determine a cause on all this, and we are told that there's video on that tow, so somewhere exists a video of exactly what happened here, but we probably won't see that for some time. Reporting live, Brian Hamrick, WLWT News 5.
Brian, thank you. And Brian's there along the Kentucky side of the river, giving us a closer look at some of that damage.
Yeah, we do have team coverage. WLWT News 5's Andrew Setters has been monitoring the situation since early this morning.
He's live for us right now. Andrew, I know those test sirens are going off there, so hopefully you're able to hear us. What has changed over the last few hours?
Well, we have seen quite a bit. It's the first Wednesday of the month at noon. The weather sirens are going off here. We'll give you a look behind us here. We can see the the opposite view of kind of where Brian is, and you can see one of the buildings from the Ludlow Bromley Yacht Club there sinking. It has just been slowly going down throughout the course of the morning. When we first arrived here shortly after 7 a.m., that building was still above water. You see boats kind of skewed and knocked aside. And as we go to the left here, down the kind of down the river here. The barge is still in place that caused all this morning. There's a cluster of 6 boats here. From what I can tell, they were tangled up in the barge earlier this morning. They've since been freed and are apparently anchored there. I'm sure the owners of those boats are very anxious to get a chance to see them up close and see if they've suffered any damage. And then at the front of the barge, that is actually one of the buildings that was part of the Ludlow Bromley Yacht Club. I've seen a tug here kind of pushing on that from different angles. It appeared as though maybe they were trying to get it free. One of the things that they're going to want to do is try to get this barge moving again down the river, but to do that they've got to get that building free from it. So we've seen a tug pushing on it from different angles, trying to maybe break it loose and get this tug and barge system kind of moving on down the river. A lot of people stopping by here where we are, knowing that there's a good view of this, and just kind of shaking their heads at how all of this happened so suddenly this morning and just kind of obliterated the Ludlow Bromley Yacht Club. Reporting live, Andrew Setters, WLWT News 5.